This morning, you grabbed your keys, picked up your bag, and walked out the door. And your dog watched you leave. It didn't follow you. It couldn't. It just sat there, by the door, and made a sound. Not a bark. Not a growl. A cry. That low, soft, painful sound that kind of breaks something in your chest when you hear it. And maybe you told yourself, "It's fine. Dogs do that. It'll stop." But did it stop? Or did it just continue, after you were already too far away to hear it? Today we're going to answer a question that sounds simple, but the answer? It's going to change how you see your dog completely. Why do dogs cry? Not just what causes the sound, but what's actually happening inside their brain. What they're feeling. What they're trying to tell you. And I promise you, by the time this video ends, you'll understand your dog in a way most dog owners never do. But first, let's start with something scientists got completely wrong for over 100 years. For most of the 20th century, the official scientific position was this: animals don't have emotions. They have instincts. They have responses. But feelings? No. A dog that looked sad wasn't sad. It was just displaying a behavior, like a calculator showing a number. No feeling behind it. And this wasn't just a random opinion. It was taught in universities. It was in textbooks. It shaped how we treated animals for decades. But then something happened. In 2012, a group of the world's leading neuroscientists gathered in Cambridge. Neurologists, biologists, cognitive scientists, people who had spent their entire careers studying brains. And they signed a document, the Cambridge Declaration on Consciousness. Their conclusion? Non-human animals, including every mammal, every bird, and even some fish, possess the neurological structures that generate conscious experiences and emotions. In plain English, animals feel things. For real. The same way we do. The science had been wrong. For 100 years. Wrong. Here's why that matters specifically for dogs. Deep inside your brain, there's a region called the limbic system. It's the emotional center. It's where fear lives. Where love lives. Where grief lives. Dogs have the exact same structure. The same amygdala. The same hippocampus. And here's the part that should make you stop for a second. The same neurochemicals. And here's the part that should make you stop for a second. The same neurochemicals. Cortisol, the stress hormone. Dogs produce it. Especially when you leave. Dopamine, the reward chemical. Dogs produce it. Especially when you come back. Your dog isn't pretending to feel things. Your dog is literally running the same emotional software that you are. Just without the words to explain it. Okay. So now we know dogs genuinely feel emotions. Which means we can talk about the real reasons they cry. Reason number 1, and this one is going to sting a little: separation anxiety. When you leave your home, your dog doesn't think, "Oh, they'll be back at 6. Dogs don't have a concept of time the way we do. When you walk out that door, for all they know, you might never come back. Every single day. And what happens in their body when you leave? Cortisol, that stress hormone we talked about, spikes dramatically within the first 30 minutes. Their heart rate increases. They pace. They whine. They cry. A 2019 study measured cortisol levels in dogs separated from their owners for 4 hours. The results matched cortisol levels seen in humans experiencing acute grief, like losing someone close to them. So that sound your dog makes when you close the door? That's not just noise. That's grief. every morning. For you. Reason 2. And this one is important. Please pay attention to this one. Dogs cry when they're in physical pain, but not the way you'd expect. We expect animals in pain to be loud, to scream, to make it obvious. But dogs evolved from wolves. And in the wild, showing weakness, showing pain, makes you a target. It tells predators you're vulnerable. So dogs learn to hide it. The cry of a dog in real physical pain is often the quietest sound they make. A soft whimper in the corner. A low groan when they lie down. A barely audible cry that you might mistake for them just being dramatic. If your dog is crying quietly, avoiding eye contact, not eating, or moving differently, that's not drama. That could be a joint problem, an internal injury, or something that needs a vet today. The dogs who are loudest are often fine. It's the quiet ones you need to watch. Here's something that genuinely amazed me when I first read about it. Wild dogs, wolves, foxes, wild canines, they barely vocalize. In the wild, sound is dangerous. It attracts predators. It reveals your location. So wild canines communicate mostly through body language and scent. But domestic dogs? They're different. Over 15,000 years of living alongside humans, dogs evolved the ability to use their voice specifically to communicate with us. They didn't develop this with other dogs, just with humans. When your dog cries, it's not a random sound. It's a deliberate signal aimed directly at you. It's the closest thing to language they have. Different cries mean different things. A high-pitched cry near the food bowl means, "I'm hungry." A long, low whimper at the door means, "I need outside." A sharp, sudden cry means, "Something hurts now." Your dog has been talking to you this whole time. Most of us just never learn to listen. Now, not all crying is sad. Not even close. You know that moment when you come home and your dog completely loses its mind? Jumping, spinning, making that high-pitched whimpering sound that's somewhere between crying and screaming? That's joy. Pure, unfiltered, overwhelming joy. Humans cry at weddings. We cry when our team wins. We cry when we see someone we love after a long time. We cry when emotions get too big for our body to hold. Dogs do the exact same thing.